Hi everyone, I am the Roaring Rar and welcome to a well overdue video. I have not been making videos for a while. Basically, I've not been making videos, and a lot of the time when I could have been making videos I wasn't. But we're here now, we're making a new one, and I felt especially inspired to start making videos again because I've recently reached 100 subscribers and I don't know how. I don't know how I've gained 100 subscribers with just a couple of like very mediocre design doll videos, and I know it's the design doll videos because all the other ones have like less than 20 views, and the design doll ones have over 1,000 views. Don't know how you guys manage that. It's very sweet, but clearly there's a demand for design doll videos. So I thought, okay, I'm quite familiar with this program, so I should maybe try and make some more. So today I'm going to show you how I use Design Doll to create comics. Specifically, how I use Design Doll to create the poses for characters and all the other bits and pieces. It's a very simple methodology. You can use it even with the trial version. However, I would still always recommend having the full version of Design Doll for a handful of purposes, and I'll go through them as we learn this process together. So before we get started, guys, I just want to point out that I do have a Patreon and a Twitter account. Patreon's got nothing on it right now because I've been more focused on doing the comic stuff, so excuse me. But I do have the Twitter account, and I would love you guys to be following. I would love if you guys could follow me on Twitter and start recommending the types of videos that you would like to see more from me. If there are more design doll videos you would love to see, do you want to see speed paints? Do you want me to try demonstrating some art programs, or would you guys like to see some craft videos, which is something I've been considering because I do a little bit of polymer clay stuff and other kind of little crafty bits and pieces like creating sketchbooks and things. So if you guys would like to see videos of along those lines, please let me know. I want to try and create the things that you guys want to see more of that are maybe lacking on YouTube. So come on, get on Twitter, tell me stuff, do it, go. Okie doke, let's get started with the very basic part of this. Open up Design Doll, and again you can do this in either the trial or the full versions, but I would always recommend full version because once you've created a pose and you've made the model the way you like this is not the base model, this is one I've made myself, just like, you know, a basic male figure that you can typically see in any kind of comic. However, if you make this in the trial version, then you leave the program, you're not going to have it anymore, your pose is going to be gone, all your work's going to be gone, so I would always recommend buying the full license. However, we can't always do that, so I'm going to show you a couple tricks that you can use for both versions that will help save yourself some time and a lot of effort. Now, so we'll start off with your model. Get whatever pose you like. We'll just start with like a simple little basic pose here. Very creepy hand wave going on there. Got some weird fingers going on. I'm not sure. I think I was using this model for something else and I don't remember because the hands look very weird. Normally the hands are stationary. They look like Barbie doll hands. I don't know what's going on with this. But anywho, you have a nice wee friendly pose right here. Hello, nice to meet you. Now, we want to use this pose for a comic page. So here's how you do it. Very simple function that I believe just about every keyboard has. It's called print screen. And that's really all it is. It's like taking a screenshot on your phone. You have the pose you like. Some keyboards will have different methodologies of how to do this. I'm quite lucky that mine simply has a print screen button that I just press that, whereas there's plenty of other keyboards where you need to hold the function button or a command button, or you need to hold shift and press print screen. Your keyboard will have its own functionality, so have a little experiment with it and find out what you need to do. For me, it's just a simple print screen. That's all I want. So once you've done your print screen, you take it into your art program of choice. Now, it could be any art program, but it has to have a couple basic functions. You know, it has to have layers, and you have to have an opacity function. Otherwise, none of this is going to work. You're just going to end up drawing on the layer that you've pasted, and it's not going to work. It'd be like going into MS Paint. You're not going to have any fun with that. So, you have your control paste, and there we go. I now have my screenshots. It's got my audio recording going there in the other panel. So let's tidy this up a bit. So we print screened, and now you see both my kind of screens going on here, because I've got a double screen going so I can keep my work in one screen and all the busy stuff going in another one. So for the moment now this is a bit too big, so let us get the selection tool. Let's zoom in a little here. So get this one up here, your rectangle marquee tool. So we'll just select that off, and I use Control-Shift-I, and that inverts your marquee tool. Control-X to cut it. That's it gone. Now, one thing you need to remember though is if there was anything off the edge, it's going to still be there. So what I tend to do is just use crop, take it away, press enter a couple times and that'll get rid of it. And there you go, you now have your screenshotted model. You don't really need to worry about the quality being perfect because, you know, it's there as a model base. So let's increase the image here that I would like. Now if I decide that I kind of just want this, if I decide that I just want the model right there, then I'll start doing the same thing again. Control-Shift-I to invert, Control-X to delete, crop to take away any of the outer edges. Now, I quite like making sure that I've got these little angles down at the bottom here. You know, the... what's the word? Forgetting words. I like having the panels down at the bottom. You can erase that in Design-Doll, but I like keeping it just so I can remember the perspective that I had the character standing in. But there we go. It's very simple. Now with the opacity, we can lower this down. That way we can draw on top of this. Now here's the key point here. The very crucial part I need you all to remember. Name your layers. Name them. Why? Yes, you can maybe see what's on the layer just by looking at it, but the point of naming your layers is if you ever need to share your files with someone, they need to know what each layer does. You could also leave this thing for quite a while and come back to it, and you don't know what half the things you put in the layers are, especially if you start doing lots of individual types of line art, or your special effects, anything. Name your layers, do as I say, name your layers. Name them. Do it. Promise me you'll do it. But there we go. Let's get a new layer. Let's just make this my sketch layer. I like to sketch a lot of things in blue, like a little traditional comic artist would do. Let's play about here. Oh, another thing. Lock your model layer. Lock it. Name it, lock it. If you don't want to draw on it, lock on it. Because, you know, it sucks when you've gone through the effort of making a very nice sketch and you found out you've drawn it on the wrong layer, and it's just hell in a handbasket. Now, there's a lot of thoughts as to whether or not this is, like, basically a form of cheating, and I guess you could say it is. However, anatomy is very difficult. Anatomy is very tricky, especially when you're first learning how to be an anatomy type artist. And this is a big thing that if all comic artists have got to learn how to do, they need to learn how to do it properly. Now there's tons of books that show you how to do it, there's lots of different tutorials that show you how to do it, but when I was really struggling with a lot of things, I found this program to just be a lifesaver. Because there were a lot of poses I wanted that I could never get pictures of, or I was spending hours looking for the right picture and maybe having to compromise on a picture that I really didn't like, but it was the closest thing that I could get. And it was frustrating. So this way, I'm able to kind of get the pose that I like, take some of the anatomy lessons that I've been learning, start applying them, and then build on it. It's like you see, like, I am still trying to do my structures here. So that way when I take away this model layer, I still understand the structure of the human body. There's still some 3D work going on here. Because if I didn't do that, it would just be a very flat line. There wouldn't really be any depth going to it. Definitely learn your anatomy, learn how it works, learn how it functions. Because then you'll understand why everything moves the way it does. And it means when you start taking away these model layers, you'll understand how everything works, you'll feel more comfortable with it. But definitely, I find 3D Design-Doll just to save me on a lot of time and effort and struggle. That lovely box head, so handsome. And let's say this was the start of a character introduction comic, or if you've just got a figure that's waving to another and you want a full body shot. I quite like those. I think it's like a nice way of introducing a character. So I'll start creating some panels. Let's have a couple up here. These are like kind of one of my favourite types of panels to draw, where it's like a full shot of something kind of taking up a section. Stroke. And then you've got like background and stuff in here. Remember? Name those layers or I'll shoot you. If you don't want to draw on it, lock it. You know, things like if I wanted the corner of buildings in here, get some windows going, like office buildings, and then you start like showing more local types of things, like here's a wee street view over here. Maybe like an alleyway or something. Little trash can kind of sitting up there, some old boxes. Well, can't draw a square today. Forgetting my perspectives. Can't draw today. Who cares? We're doing a sketch. Doesn't have to be good, it's just your sketch. This one might be a bit too big, but sometimes it depends on what you're doing. But I quite like this type of page format because now I can start introducing a lot of things here. I've got the character, I've got the background, so already there's some exposition going. You understand who's going to be in this part. You've got some room for your little kind of bubbles. You've got room for your speech bubbles kind of going on here. Maybe like a thought bubble or two, or just some exposition stuff. These are like my favourite types. I feel they're very encompassing of here's where your story is, here's where it could go, here's your character. Very simple, one page kind of gets a lot of stuff done and out of the way. These are my favourite types. And then you can quickly move on with your story. Next page, let's get the ball going. But that's everything, guys. Very short video, very basic, a nice wee one to try and get me back into the rhythm of making videos. Remember, if you want to see more videos, please leave me comments on YouTube about what types of videos you would like to see. Let me know on Twitter, help me try and keep more active. I'm very delighted to see that 100 people have subscribed to the channel. So I definitely want to like reward you guys for like being so lovely and responsive to the videos that I've made so far. So hopefully we'll see you soon. Goodbye and take care, everybody. Bye.